Yeah, good morning. So I want to congratulate you uh, for successfully participating in the React class that we just finished. And please make sure you start working on your projects that it can even be a pointer to learn PHP API later when we are done with the normal PHP. Now, I need to let you know that PHP is another programming language like your JavaScript, like your Python, like your Java. I mean, all programming language that is for backend. And the full meaning of PHP is pre-hypertext processor. For web app, I would say that PHP is the most popular one for backend, and there are a lot of projects. I mean, global projects that is being built by what? By PHP. So without wasting much time, the first thing you need to do is that you install what I call WAMP server. WAMP server. Because without having a WAMP server on your system, there is no way your PHP code can actually work. Some people prefer using XAMPP, and at the same time, in your Visual Studio Code, you can also install uh, what is it called, an extension that you can use to run your PHP code as well. So without wasting much time, just go on your Google, maybe your Chrome, and just type WAM server. Oh, sorry, I'm not connected. Let me quickly connect. Just type WAM server. Okay, so please pick the first one, the default. So when you click it, so while that one is okay, yeah, that's good. So you scroll down and you click on WAM server 64 bits. So one thing you must understand with this is that anytime you have your WAM server, you can easily write your what? Your SQL code as well. So that's the reason why we quickly taught you on SQL before we started the PHP. Because for a real life project, you will need to always fetch data or query, or you are sending data to the database. So that's the reason why you can still use your WAMP server to do that, and I will be showing you in this class. Everything you've learned in SQL, I will also do the same thing in after we've installed the WAMP server. So now I don't need to install it because I have it already. So by the time you finish installing it, just double click on your WAMP server. I have the icon. So don't expect that WAMP server will be a full-fledged software. No, it's just the tray. This is the tray. So when you just double click on it, to be loading like this until okay, sorry, I've opened it before. I'm sorry. I suppose not to open it again. I've opened it before, so it's already green. But in your own case, if that's the first time you are running it, it will start from red to orange, then it will turn to green. So it's until it is green that your WAMP server is ready. But in case you're having difficulties, let me show you. Maybe all the three services or the three processes are not opening. Let me show you the reason why it can happen. Let me show you. So now going to the services, as I load, you will see that we have three major processes or services. Can you see? We have one Apache, we have one MariaDB, and we have one MySQL. So these three different services must be running before your WAMP server is fully ready to run your PHP code. Because the PHP itself comes with the WAMP. Do you understand? So now, in case the tree is not running, so just go and look for MySQL. Fine, I don't have MySQL. That's why you're not seeing it. So you have MySQL because my former system crashed. So I just put another hard disk on this system. So now you will see that you will see MySQL. Then you right click and you what? You disable when you see it. you end it, you stop it. So that's when your three services for WAMP will work. I think that's clear. So since it is green, that means we are good to go. So the next thing you will do is that because it's norms, anytime you install your WAMP server, go and check your root directory, which is your C. Can you see? You see that there was a WAMP 64. This one is Python. Uh-huh. So, but you will see 164. Normally these are your users where you see your documents. Can you see SolarX, my document, and every other thing that I have? But for the WAMP, you see it like this. So you double click on it, www again, then you see this root place. So is this root place where you what create your folder? So I've created one, which is Mary class. As you can see, it's still empty. So that means we are ready to start learning PHP. Now, you now go and open your what? Your what is it called? Your Visual Studio Code, and you go to File, New what? Open folder. After I open folder, I will now go to my what? I'm looking for. Okay, sorry, is inside. I'll scroll there. C 164. Then WW. Can you see Mary? And you select. So let's see. So that means I've opened the Mary class. So the next thing is I can start writing my what? My code. So yes, I trust the author. Now, before proceeding, let me quickly go and show you what I promised to show you. So this is one of the way you know that your WAMP is ready. Just click localhost. You know that localhost hyphen 3000 is for React, but we are not talking about React now, so I'll remove this one. Just localhost spam. So I'm very happy that people are familiar with all this. So can you see? So you see that you see the Mary class. Exactly. So when you want to open the Mary class, just say localhost slash what? Mary hyphen what? Class. Bam. Can you see? But since we don't have anything there, that is the index, that's why it's not opening. Exactly. But now I'm not using it for saying whatever I've done in the project. I want to use for MySQL. So how will I do that? I'll just type. Okay, even in this way you can do that. Just go to what PHP my admin, PHP my admin, PHP my admin. I'll click on this one. Also, it has meaning. Your virtual host. That's why if you want your app to run in a network, that's when we use this. So now you click on PHP my what? My admin. Now on clicking on clicking on it, on clicking on it, clicking on it, can you see that I can see different tables? Okay, this one I use for one project. Leave it. So now, can you see this is my database and all these ones are my what? My table. So let me just prove with one of it. So let's say I can just click on this Andymat, this database. I want to write SQL so that you know that what you've learned in MySQL, this is where you will now use it for web now. I'll click on this SQL. Can you see? When I click on the database first, SQL, then I'll write. So let me write a simple code. Select, let's say all. Sorry, select all from what? From, let me look for a table in this place. Maybe there's a table known as skill. Level from what? From skill, and I'll click on go. Wow, can you see that it has shown us all the skills? So I can start writing every damn thing that I taught you under what? SQL. Okay, so that is done. So let's go to our distance and possibly write something for today. Now, new file. So where's the file name? Let's say index. Anytime, unlike index.html, if you are doing PHP, you say dot what? Dot PHP. I'll say create new. Then can you see it's inside the place index? And I click on create. So can you see index.php? So let's write a code, very simple code. And what is the simple code? I'm just using the same code to introduce you to the first topic known as variable. What do I call it? Variable. We have different data types because variable and data types we use them together. So let me declare the first variable because you must know there's always a language, garbage in, garbage out. When you declare a variable, that means that variable you want it to store something. You want it to store a particular value. So let's say to declare a variable in Java in PHP we use this dollar sign variable now. Maybe I want to say variable Mary. This one is an assign, is not equal in mathematics, is assigned. I can say, I can say beautiful woman. Do you understand? Now, what did I just did? What did I just did? What I simply, oh no, no, let me be realistic. Let me just say name. Variable what? Name. And I said Abioye, Abioye Mary. And I'll terminate. What we use to terminate is semicolon. Now, what did you observe? There are two things or three things you need to notice here. Now, there is something in the middle, which is assigns this thing, assign operator. We use to assign value into a variable. So the one at the right, which one is at the right? The right of the assign operator is what? Abiye Mary. That is the right operand. The one at the left is our variable name. So you always assign what is at the right hand side and you store it in what? The one at the left. So that means variable name is the one holding, is the major variable holding Abiye Mary. And another thing you observe from this place is that I quoted it. Why did I quote it? It's a string. Anything that is a string, you must quote it with that double quote. Let's say variable x now. And I said 10. Can you see I didn't do what? I didn't quote this one. Why? Because it's an integer. I'm already teaching you what? Data type as well. So one of the data type is what? Is string. Abiye Mary. She's a fine girl. She love her. He kicked the ball. Anything that is a word, they are string. Do you understand? So now that's the data type. Now 10, whatever value, it must be a data type. Now if I say 10, 10 now is a number, it's an integer. You understand? And I stored it in variable x. Let's say I said variable y and I said 10.0. This is a double or a float. Anything that has a floating number, that has a full stop, is either a double or a float. What's the difference between double and float? Don't forget, I'm talking about what? Data types. I'm also using the opportunity to tell you how to declare variable. Variable x is a variable, variable y, variable name. Do you understand? So now anything that has dot is a what? Is a float or a double. How do you know a float? A float is lesser in value that it can take than what? Than double. That's why you see that in most real life projects we like using double. Unlike if I'm writing Java now, I'll say double x. Okay, let me show. I'll say double what? Double x. Do you understand? But you don't need to do that in PHP. You understand? Every of the variables you still start with what? Dollar sign. Unlike other programming languages. So variable y. Okay, sorry, variable y is 10.0. So when I said double, there's no number. Just imagine someone having 3 billion. Double will still take it. Maybe a month. I just say very what? A month. Do you understand? So it means any number will take it. Even though you will still need to start with what? With dollar sign. So, but I'm just trying to let you know the difference. Double, float. If it's having dot, it must be double or float. But I prefer using double most time. You understand? So now I'm just doing this for introduction. Exactly. So now after that, we can talk about Boolean. When you're talking about Boolean, false or true, false or true, false or true. That's Boolean. Anything that is false or what or true, don't worry. You start familiar with how we use it. Then after that, we can talk about which other one? Okay, about array. Array. How do you know array? Array, let me declare an array now. For example, now, normally I'll say variable x equals y, variable x equals 10, and I say variable y equals 10.0. If I like, I can still say variable what? Variable z equals what? Don't mind, I'm using equals. Please, you must terminate every line. But it's actually an assign operator to assign this 20, that is what is in the right operand to the left. So the one at the left is where you are storing it. You get it? So now, instead of saying variable x10, variable y10.00z, blah, blah, you can use an array. How? I can just say variable number. I'll just say array, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, and terminate. And what will I put here? I'll put all the numbers there. 10, comma what? 10.0, comma what? Comma 20. Do you understand? That means with a single what? Variable, known as variable number, I've stored the entire array. But don't worry, in the next class, I would emphasize on array, how we declare it, and how we echo it. But now, to round up this class, after I've declared all these wonderful variables, the next thing is that how can we echo it? That is, all these things you are saying, they are actually what? You are the only one that is seeing. That's what we call it backend. But how can the front end see it? Maybe through a browser or through a terminal. How can they see it? Now, everything I've written, a computer have not recognized it as PHP. Do you know why? Because you must always start a PHP code with what? Opening what? PHP, then closing what? PHP. So that's how to start. Immediately you do that, computer will recognize this as what? As PHP. Unlike HTML now, you say HTML, you close your HTML, but in PHP, open PHP, you close PHP. This is a tag. Less than sign, question mark, PHP. Can you see? So everything anything outside this opening and closing is not a PHP code. Computer will not read as a PHP code. Exactly. So now the next thing is that how do we echo? That is, how do we print? Everything you see, I'm the one seeing it. How can you see it in the browser? What will I do? I will just say echo. If I say echo variable what? Variable x. That means it will show what? Number. Are you following? So it will show the number to us. So now, in a short way, I now want to convert this thing to my normal distance. Do you know what I did? I want to put normal HTML code. So I shift exclamation mark and I press enter. So that to bring the normal what? Normal HTML code. Yes. I know you're happy now because you are familiar with this. Abby, the normal HTML, close HTML, body. Okay now. So I'll now go to the body where I want to put my code. Maybe I say learning PHP. H1. And I'll close my words. H what? H1. I know you're familiar with this, right? After that, I can say, so I now want to bring back the PHP code. I can put it anywhere I like. I can decide I want to put, that's one interesting thing about PHP. I can put it anywhere I like. So now I can now load another paragraph that this code, I want to put it in that what paragraph. Okay, maybe I want to say that I'll just say echo what? Echo variable what? Variable x. Let me remove it from it. So let's go and see what will happen on the home page. www. Okay, sorry, local was slash what? Mary class, right? Okay, what is happening? It's saying echo variable hex. That means it has not seen it as what? As PHP code because it's just echoing the normal. Okay, I saw learning. Okay, let's see what happened. Let me see where I'm missing it. Oh, I know why. The reason is because I told you that before computer can recognize any code as PHP code, you must even the fact that I'm writing echo variable hex, there's no PHP, so I must go to the beginning and put your PHP and go to the end and put what PHP. Aha, it will now see it as what PHP what code now. Can you see 10? Are you following? So if I want to echo Mary, I will still what? I will still I can depending. So anywhere in your code. So all the normal HTML you've learned, we will still use it. That's why we embed our backend. So wherever you want this thing to be, so you can use special as many times. Oh, I want to echo Mary now. I'll still say PHP, PHP, and I'll say echo what? Echo variable what? Variable name. You can terminate if you like. Refresh. Can you see Abioye what? Mary. I hope you are getting it interesting at this time. So I'm just using this as an introduction to our class. But while I random, while I random, I want to just introduce you to concatenation. Okay, don't worry. Let me start concatenation in the next class. Or should I start it? Okay, let me just show you. For example, now why will I just say Abiy and Mary? That means I can decide. Let me start in the next class. So just go and do this. Okay, thank you.